Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Welcome back. After 2 long months of me not doing anything with my life, except being in college. Yeah, finals are done. I'm back home. It's nice. Things are going great. And we're coming back to Egypt. I think a couple patches have happened since the last time I loaded this game up. So, you know, if any bugs tend to happen, those might be caused by that. Meanwhile, when France loses, when France capitulates in 1940-ish area of time, they now get renamed to Free France. I guess to counteract the Vichy regime, but there is no Vichy regime. It's just, it doesn't exist. Free France controls a large portion of China, and we're working well with the Soviets so far along the Chinese front. There don't seem to be that many Japanese troops, really. They seem to be focused on the Soviets, which is good for us. Meanwhile, you know, it's been a while since I loaded this save up, but I didn't realize we had landed in Sicily. I completely forgot about that, but we did it, and now we're here, and I don't know what to do because, well, actually, I was actually kind of worried because that's Spanish infantry, not Italian infantry. So, they're not going to be as good as the Italian infantry, which is nice. But, yeah, new DLC got announced. Meanwhile, we're just gonna go and trash that naval invasion order. That's not mine. New DLC got announced. It's called Death and Dishonor. It's going to focus on Romania, Hungary, Yugoslavia, and Czechoslovakia. Even though Czechoslovakia no longer exists in our game. They're all getting national focus trees. It's very nice. But let's see what happens if we try and launch an attack across the strait. We should be good to let the game run. That's mountains across a river. We don't stand a chance. Hell no. Fuck that. No. That's not happening anytime soon. It was just fantastic. Meanwhile, let's give these guys a garrison to come on over to Sicily. Oh, my whole army over here. They also might help with, if we want to invade up here in Calabria, even though they could easily get cut off from supply and we could lose them entirely. But another change that happened in these patches that came out was war score from occupations, I think, went down? I think that the percentage that you get went down or something? Or casualties went up? Because, yeah, we're down to 10% war score value. Yeah. It also seems that the Soviets aren't doing too hot on the Western Front. Their Western Front, our Eastern Front, as we know it. And, yeah, beyond that, apparently we're doing a naval invasion. Greece has landed. Okay, Greece. It seems the Spanish are pulling some troops off. Let's wait for them to get out of here. We're also launching an attack across the strait. So we got a little over a day to wait for that. But are the Greeks actually going to be able to to do anything with this. They have a port, so they're going to get supplies. They have 53 divisions. Ooh, and it's time to raise our autonomy. Fantastic. We are now a colony. We're one step closer to getting the achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Yes, we can't forget, we're going for the Freegypt achievement. Let's see if I can't find it here. Right here. We'll get it once we are Egypt. We are indeed playing as Egypt. I don't think we are playing as Britain anymore. We've reached colony status. Then we have now all we have to do is make progress and get to Dominion status. And then after that we can finally earn our freedom. So if we look at our autonomy, we're taking the national focus to increase our autonomy just to help speed things along. But every day we earn 0.5. So if we don't do anything but let this national focus tick, it's going to take us 2,000 days, which is a little under 6 years. The game will have ended if we just do it by the national focus of increased autonomy. So I should be lend-leasing to Britain. Yeah, we're sending all of our fighters and half of our support equipment. Meanwhile, we have no fighter production, nor do we have support equipment production. Great. We need more military factories. These need to get bumped up. Past the civilian factories. I don't care about the civilian factories anymore. Also, what are we short on? We're short on a little bit of steel. Our convoys can live without it. We're also building submarines. We don't actually have a fleet yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to queue up like 10 subs. They're very basic submarines. But we also need to get these fighters. But while we also need the fighters, we're also short on infantry equipment. We are not in a good way to speeding things up. Let's see what happens if we attack now. I think there's fewer Spanish troops in the province. There's fewer troops, but they still get a massive bonus. We do not stand a chance at crossing the strait anytime soon. How are we doing support equipment wise? We got a decent amount of support equipment. Okay. How are the Greeks doing? Their mountaineers are holding off the Italians. They could move into Rome, try and split the peninsula in half. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Germany's massing troops in Brittany for whatever reason. They're horribly undersupplied, but there's at least, I mean, if each infantry regiment is 1,000 men, there's at least 250,000 men in just the infantry divisions alone standing there. That's insane. Why did I research signal companies? Ew. I think we probably need marines or construction. Yeah, let's go with construction. That seems like a good idea. Wow. Past me did not make very good decisions in terms of tech. How's China going? I think we're making more pushes. Also, what kind of country is that? An actual Guangxi clique? Yeah, this is the third Guangxi clique. Our puppet of Japan. So now that we're a colony, what do we get? Subject manpower requirement plus 70%, extra trade to Overlord, and trade costs. So basically we're in the same position as the Raj now. We get a 50% tech sharing bonus. Okay, fair enough. Do we have any other national focuses that we need at the moment? Don't have any plans for a navy. We don't need mechanized or armor or special forces. Don't need planes or rockets. Yeah, that's all we gotta do. I would like to go to the war screen. Well, Slovakia really putting in the manpower. Lost a whole 350 men in this war so far. Granted, they lost more than Yunnan. But yeah, the Allies' casualties are just so massive. Like in total, it's 200,000, 300,000, 400, 500, 600. 1.2 million. We've actually lost much fewer than the Axis, and that's not including what the Axis have lost in the German-Soviet War, which is almost 2 million. Meanwhile, Hungary has lost a lot of manpower in this war. Where's Slovakia in here? Okay, they haven't done anything on the Eastern Front. Yeah. Germany has lost nearly as many men as the Soviets have. They're just winning more battles. That's all that's happening. They're nowhere close to Stalingrad either, which is even better. Apparently we're trying to land in the Netherlands. I don't think that's going to go over too well. There's still Spanish troops over here in... Wow, those Italian troops never stood a chance. I just don't know how we're going to break that mountain and straight crossing. There's no way. There's just too many defenses right there. It's almost like we need to land in Naples, or somewhere where there's... I say there's somewhere where there's not too many mountains, but there's a whole mountain range that goes all the way down to the toes. Yeah, we're back on positive in infantry equipment department. We'll keep the support equipment down to 1. Let's kick our infantry equipment production down a little bit. Try and get some more fighters out to send to Britain. Try and get some Lend-Lease in there. Let's see, can I add, like, part of my infantry equipment production? Like, 50%? I mean, we have assault rifles. I'd hope they'd do something. Also, the Greeks are landing in Anzio, but they've been kicked mostly out of the peninsula. They're back to Ancona, which might be taken if these infantry divisions keep moving. Turkey. Turkey has joined the war. Great. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to move these guys over here. These guys are going to come off that front line and come back to Sinai. This is Sinai, right? Yeah. Just got to wait for that to happen. And we're going to be pushing on the Turkish front, because the Turks are completely segregated from the rest of the Axis. The Bulgarians aren't even in the war, even though they might be very, very soon. But that also means that the Soviets are going to be... Ooh, Rome has fallen. Go Greece! Meanwhile, this is happening. Alright, let's get our troops over. How many troops do the Turks have? 30 divisions. That's a fair chunk. But it's not more than we're prepared for. So we should have no problems, especially if we get British backup. And what is this? What nation is that? Is that the Netherlands? I guess we have Dutch troops. Okay, I'll take it. They're severely unsupported. They don't have that many supplies, but apparently they're here, and they're good to go. So, meanwhile, our troops are making their trek back across the Mediterranean, back to Egypt. And we've also got British backup in Sicily. I'm glad we took over Sicily. That's a significant amount of manpower taken away from Italy right there. Also got all of their factories, I would hope. That might be the only reason we have any fighter production right now. Yeah, looks like the Turks aren't putting up much resistance. The Greeks have already taken Istanbul. It's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Alright, we're done with all of our support equipment at this point. Let's see, what else do I need to pick up? We have no artillery. We have no need for tank production. We've got level 3 fighters, that's all we have. Meanwhile, we were researching nukes. Okay. I'm not going to argue with that. You can go ahead and start on nuclear reactors. Why not? It might be fun. We might deploy a nuke by the end of the Second World War. Maybe on like Bratislava or Budapest, depending on how the Soviets do. Since the Germans are on Moscow's doorstep and don't seem to be stopping anytime soon. They've taken Leningrad. And they're approaching Stalingrad. While the French are just marching across Siberia and the Urals. Okay, you go France. You do you. Like, the Chinese front hasn't advanced whatsoever. Alright, encryption. Let's get more encryption? It's never hurt anybody. It's like the Turkish fleet tried to catch some of our convoys. Yeah, because they're so scared of the Turkish fleet of 11 ships. Well, I of course have none. And they have a much larger air force. Oh wow, those Greeks in Ancona did not die. I'm proud of you, Greece. You go. You do you. Yeah, I got back from university not too long ago, and I've been sleeping about 18 hours a day. It's glorious. It's also the middle of May, so my seasonal allergies are kicking in. Yay! Because being sick wasn't enough, like, all the time. I just need to, never get a break from everything. Alright, let's get on this front line. Oop. Okay, that's the timer. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, while our troops are marching to the Turkish front, I guess we're going to call that an episode. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and it's good to be back. But, so long for now.